Hello, welcome everyone to week 6 of the Team ARMA Team League. I am Reggie here once again. Joining me tonight is Cheez.
Hello.
Hello. We'll be getting into games very shortly here. It looks like we're only... Yep, everyone's here on where the games have fired up, so we'll have to wait for the delay to go, but yeah, to go over the standings as we always do. We are still in first and second place. You got Tile Dreaming and the UNSW Wanderers. I imagine they'll most likely stay in the top 8 for the rest of the season with these kinds of gaps, but obviously people can still make comebacks. Junkin Ron and Golden Chun have some work to do, but they can still reach the bottom of the top 8 for sure, provided they have good games and other games go their way. It's exciting games still to play. Everything is still to play for, so yeah, we're looking forward to it. Again, as always, is the graph here by N Hombre to give a visual representation of what's to go. Of what's going on, rather. That is coming out okay, right? Yeah. But today we'll be watching games, tables 2 and table 3. So to show off what that is, so we've got Junkin Sumo Ichiruchi Fingers, ANSW Wanderers, Eramengasaurus in game 1, and then Urasan Junkin Ron Golden Chun and Itsu Anko in game 2. So look forward to it. And then tomorrow you'll have Jay, and then next week we might be either reversing the days or something else might be happening because I think Jay's a bit busy. We're still sorting that out. Let me get the music on as well. But yeah, so all the games have fired, so we'll be watching this firstly. I'm gonna scene over. I'm gonna keep it like this because I don't know what's going on with the full screen, but it's glitching and bugging very weird recently. I did have everything set up to look nice with the full screen, but it's not playing nice with me.
So while we wait, this will be the first time this league we're watching Hanchans, otherwise known as ESP from previous seasons. All these 4 players, just quickly looking at the individual standings, are hanging around the -10 to -40 area. So, getting a first place here would be a good boost. I think whoever gets first here will be positive in the standings.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine so. The first time we're watching ESP, obviously he's one of the more prominent players we have. Is he still first on English Mahjong?
No, I think he stopped playing ranked.
Oh, sure.
It's been a while. But yes, at one point he was first on the EN Mahjong Seoul server.
It'd be good to see what he can show us. He's never really overperformed in the team leagues yet, has he?
I think he's typically done pretty well. Like, UNSW Wanderers did win last season, so.
Nope, that was...
Did they not?
Atotsuki, my team.
Oh, did they won the first? Oh, they won the first.
They won the first season, I think, right? Yeah.
Yes, I am mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that season, I think all the players
Oh, yeah,
done pretty
no,
well.
you are right. I do remember that now, yeah. Yeah, I remember him being definitely up there. And then we got, it's, Weeb is, what's his name? Saber, yes. I feel he's a really strong player as well.
We have
Totally and Pezzy, both very good players.
Actually, looking at the team standings, obviously we know that AU NSW Wanderers is in top 2, but Toad from Ichirichi Fingers, Weeb from Eramangasaurus, and Pezzy from Junkin Sumo, sorry, are all 8th, 9th, and 10th respectively. So this is actually quite the important Hanchan, not only for their own personal standings, but against the other teams that are fighting for that 8th spot at the moment.
Yeah, very, very exciting. You know, like all these players are very good players. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring us. So
as we get into this East 1, we have Pezzy as the dealer, already Ishan 10 with Dora 2 and a 2-3-4 Sanshuku chance, so quite a strong hand.
Yeah, and Todzilli with that North Corp gets the Ishan 10, but yeah, Pezzy hits his Tempai.
Waiting on the 1-4, so which immediately comes out from Weeb, dealing to the Richi Ipatsu, Dora 2. Ura doesn't matter, still keeps it as a Mangan. That was a very nice 4K. I was going to say that the North Pawn by Toad was really good as it spit up their hand, especially, well, as we could see, Pezzy with a really strong hand, but Pezzy immediately got into Tempai right after.
Yeah.
And won.
Khan here.
So we have 7 pin and 6 mon as the Dora.
Both very usable. No, 7 pin, sorry, not 7. So what did we got? 1 7 pin so far. And 2 6 mon.
Yeah, so considering there's 2 Dora indicators, none of the players have any more than 2 Doras at the moment. So. Ooh, 3-so draw is actually Tempai for Toad, which they do take on the Kanchan 5-mon for Richi Dora 1.
Pretty standard Richi, I think.
Yeah, personally, with this kind of, at the 4th turn, I'm the type of person to actually wait just a few turns because, if I don't Richi, I highly doubt a 5-mon is going to come out from any of the other players, so I'm pretty unlikely to miss a run.
Yeah.
If I draw a 3-mon or a 7-mon, then I upgrade. In this particular hand, if he drew a 6-pin, he'd also pick up Sanshoku. So, and if nothing comes in a few turns, then you can Richi and you wouldn't have lost much. The worst case scenario is, I guess, if you Sumo in the next few turns. But considering it's just a Kanchan wait, that probability is quite low. And if you're really feeling it, you could Fruit and Richi the Sanmen-chan and hope to Sumo again.
Yeah, and this is kind of the worst case, I think, for when you have this Kanchan, Doro, and Richi, because now you've been chased.
Yeah, 1-4-so for Weeb this time. With Richi, Dora, Aka, but with that 1-mon Khan, that will already be a Mangan.
And another chase here.
Oh, on the
Kanchan
7-mon. So, quickly looking around, there is 1 7-mon left, which immediately gets drawn by Pezzy, so...
Pezzy's gonna find it difficult. He can 38 pin, actually.
I think the 5-so, Aka 5-so safe, since that was the last Richi by...
yeah.
Hapon. Yeah. The 1-4-so is 3 in the wall, I believe.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
And the 5-man is dead as well. So, considering there's 3 players who are just sumo gearing, Weeb has a very, very, very high chance of winning. 3 tiles in like 28 tiles left.
I think Pezzy wanted to try and keep this hand, but yeah. He's got plenty of safe tiles and he keeps throwing these other ones.
Yeah, not sure if you realized that the archetypes were safe, but yep, just as I said, Wee was very likely to win that hand. Did hit Ur2, but once again that hand was already a Mangan at Rehan, thanks to that one Mangan, so didn't add any value, only pads the stats.
That is the real end game, is stats. So East 2, Hapan or ESP, a pair of the East wins. A quick West call here from Weeb. Looks to be going to Chanter, I guess. Or just
probably Toy Toys more likely, or he might settle for Chun only. I think if he wanted the Chanter, he would have cut the 5-pin instead of the 2-man.
Yeah, probably.
Hapon did end up picking up the East himself, so he is now Ishan 10 for Richi double ton,
Senpai, yep.
which he tempais on the 6-9 pin. Oh no! Oh no! Shot again! And it's a dealer again.
Oh.
So just as we got back some of the points he lost in that previous hand, he immediately loses another 12,000.
Yeah. Guess the only saving grace is he didn't manage to win that last hand, so he's not. He'd be on, basically negative points. Near enough.
Yeah.
But... Oh, 5 Sodora this time around. With Tootsily with 2 up plus the Yaka.
Popular Anko for Weeb, but not the best shapes in the rest of his hand for now.
Yeah, so he does decide to open.
Will be hard to develop a closed hand by himself, and it might just end up being Riji Haku anyways, which isn't that much of an increase in value, so he's chosen to call down instead.
Yep, I can definitely understand that sentiment. So Pezzy looks like they want to take this hand to... No? Okay, I thought he was thinking of cheat toy, but...
I think he was just cutting the 1-3 man out of
I guess so.
all the blocks he had. They're really looking at Toad Silly's hand with the Dora 3, seeing if it can progress any further, because it is still a bit far away from Tenpai.
Yeah. It's just a little bit awkward to go Tan Yao. You could the 4-man, but...
Yeah, but then the Forcer is kind of rough. One's already the Dora indicator, and people would keep it around the Dora itself.
It's pretty awkward. Tenpai.
That is Tenpai. Hanchans 6-pin for Haku Akawan. which there's one left. Ooh, one so draw for Code puts them into 2 Shanten, but heading into the third row, 2 Shanten is quite slow.
Great.
Like when you're here, sometimes you're like, oh, I just need a call to be, or like hope for Tenpai payment at the end. Because it's going to be really hard, not only just getting to Tenpai, but also winning.
Yep.
So all those doors in your hand become kind of irrelevant.
If Weave had gone with the... Oh, no, that was later on he did 9-pin.
I mean, it'd be really good for Weeb if he's the only one in Tenpai at the very end. Which it looks like that's going to be the case.
Yep, tidy 3k for them. It was more than they would have won.
Yeah. Alright, Weeb's dealership, but not the best hand. We have Chun as the Dora with everyone but Pezzy holding 1.
Yep.
Oh, now everyone's holding 1.
Well, I'm sure we'll see one get cut at some point, then you might see the rest of them come out.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think if anyone's going to cut it out, it'll be Pezzy. Because the other 3, yep, and there we have it. The other 3 players' hands are not that good, so I don't really see a reason for them to cut it when it was live.
Yeah. So Hapon decides to also drop theirs.
Yeah, everyone's dropped theirs, so
yeah.
Don't have to worry about that anymore.
All out.
They're all heretics.
No faith.
Okay, Hapon's hand's developing kind of nicely. If they draw even more tiles, they could even get rid of the 9-7 so and move towards like a Tanyao Pinfu kind of hand.
It's been some nice draws for them.
Chitoi Ishan 10 for third.
Yep. What do they say? Yeah, they see only one south.
Oh, 2 now.
Yeah, 2 now. No, that's all of the south's gone. And Pezzy's hand is also getting closer. Ishanten? Yeah, but it's not a great one. Everyone just seems a little bit kind of stuck. There's, except for Eve, who does find theirs.
Yeah, reaching only waiting on the 2-5 mark. That's Tenpai for Pezzy as well. We'll have to cut the 6 pin, choosing to cut the 5 pin instead, which was completely safe.
Yep. So he's on a 3-man 6-pin Sharbo. Jampon, sorry, not Sharbo.
Yeah. So we also see that, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Hapan was also Tenpai.
Yep, on the free mon.
Tanya Aldora, but we Sumos with one Ura, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a tidy pickup for them. They managed to crawl their way back up to nearly 18k. Oh, totally disconnected.
I'm sure he'll be back. Yeah.
This hand by Weeb is very nice.
Yeah. Considering how bad Weeb's starting hand was, it was really good that two of the other players also had quite the bad starting hand, and Pezzy's hand didn't develop fast enough, and Weeb did manage to keep his dealership.
Yeah, it did end up working out very well.
That is Tempai for Weeb. Let's take it. Damas.
Damas on the 4-pin for now. It's probably a good pick as 3 of them are in hands currently.
You could say it's good or bad because how will Weeb really develop this hand further?
Yeah.
And if he reaches now, then other players might choose to play more safely against the dealer Ricci.
Yeah.
But by Dharmaing, you're letting the other 3 players develop their hand normally.
Catch up, yeah.
He can change to the 4-7 pin 5-2 Entotsu, which he does.
Yep.
So that added a 7 pin.
Yeah, the 5 so's are already dead, so.
But now we'll see what Pezzy does in response to the dealer Ricci. Oh, could have, if he waited 2 turns, he could have had a 1-4-7 so with a Sanshoku Pinfu chance.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Not to be, unfortunately.
Okay, Pezzy is Ishan 10-4. Well, could just be Jin only, but could also be Toy Toy.
Yep.
There are all the Hakus left in the wall, which would be the best draw.
Yeah, he's really. Oh, he chooses not for a day, man. I guess he's maybe thinking about a Honitsu shift.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it seems hard.
Yeah, kind of rough because I think you're free turn on like so many of the other pins there. Oh, yeah. That does draw the 1-man, waiting for the 2-pin 1-man. Which there is one of each.
One of each, yeah.
So the 7-pin did get drawn by Toad, so just one 4-pin left for Weeb.
Probably feels a little bit hard done by with this kind of weight to not find anything.
Oh, he gets 2-pin. Deals into Churn Toy for 5,200. This game is not going Weeb's way. Every time he wins a hand, he loses a hand.
The rich get richer.
Or in this case, the poor gets poorer.
Yeah.
Alright, E4 Toad's dealership. Or is 8-pin. 789 Sanshoku chance for Toad.
Yep. Very nice Sanshoku with the door included, which he already has completed.
Pawn pair for her pawn with decent shapes. Does get the ton pawn.
Yep.
We'll just progress normally.
Yeah.
Pezzy would really like a 7-pin, as we can see 3 of them are already
gone
out. Yeah.
That 7-pin would make that whole hand look very nice, but I'm gonna find it a bit difficult.
Ooh, 7-man for a pawn. Puts them into Ishan 10. Gets key for the 4-pin 5, sir.
Hmm. Looking to be a Ton Dora 1 for Hapon. You can Khan
Ooh, could Khan. How aggressive are they feeling? Not very.
here.
I wouldn't have hated it. You get another draw. If you hit a Dora, it's quite valuable, bringing your hand from 2 to 3 Han, and getting that extra food.
Yeah.
Would bring it up to 40 food.
I don't mind not Khaning, but yeah. There's the
Does get Tempai now on 3-6 pin. 3 left in the wall. Three pin might come out from Toad depending on how their hand develops. But they might be going for Cheetoy, maybe? With that 7 pin cut.
Have to imagine so. I don't see why else.
Oh!
Upon
Upon managed to switch to the 7-9 so wait, which Weeb immediately draws and heals in.
Ah.
Okay, going into South. Quite a nice flexible hand for Pezzy here as the dealer.
Yep.
Toad with a Heart Super, Tip and Anko. No Doras though.
Upon with a 5-pin Anko. Also with no Doras currently.
But that 7 so did fill in that Penchan shape.
Yep. Yeah, these hands are pretty average, I suppose, at this stage. I like
Yeah,
Tetsui's, but yeah.
I was looking at it and I didn't see much value. I was like, hopefully they can maybe draw towards a 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku. And they did draw that 6 so I think that's the most they can hope for.
Yeah. You're not gonna find too much elsewhere. Yeah. Not too much going on with the hands otherwise.
Ooh, 3-man draw for
Yep.
Pezzy is nice. Summoned Ishan 10 with many upgrades.
And not too pressed to Ricci straight away on a bad weight either. 6.
Alright, we did manage to move his hand towards a Tanyao. So there is some value there now.
Yep. He's looking for a 5-pin.
Cheez.
I think they don't actually really need the 5-pin because they actually have a lot of excess tiles.
Yeah, that's true as well. It is fairly flexible. I guess Toad Silly here is looking for the Hatsus.
Which does cut them out from Pezzy.
So that is Tempai on a 5-pin.
Which is dead.
Which is very dead.
Alright, upon Tempai on the 4-7-6 pin.
So I guess we could be in some danger here.
Yep, definitely. I think they might feel inclined to shove.
Yeah, you're already
Whatever
very
they
behind, and it's just like
And now that the 9-pin safe as well, 6-pinners and
Mm.
Nakasuji, so they might even like just call this, but no. I think they're looking for
Yeah.
more value than just 2,000. Code is pushing. Oh, but folds on the 7-pin draw. Very good.
Great disciplined play. I say as he
Pies again on the
yeah.
5-8-pin. I did say fold, but that 6-0 wasn't actually necessarily safe, I don't believe.
No, it wasn't.
That was quite interesting.
It's decidedly unsafe, actually.
Oh, Pezzy can take Tempai here. None of the tiles he could discard are necessarily safe, so he elects not to.
Rikyoku.
Tempai for Toad and her pawn. Yeah, I guess lucky for Weeb that they
Yeah,
didn't Tempai.
in the end. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, you pretty much, if you Tempai and you can reach E in that position, you just shove and...
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I wonder if Weeb prematurely wanted to discard the 1-0 because his draw was a 1-0. And he discarded the other one from his hand.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Tetsuli here with a Anko of Dora.
Oh. But not an easy way to get Yaku.
Yeah, once again, he's got all this Dora, and he's might be stuck trying to hit Tempai before he can get a Yaku.
Yeah, especially her pawn's hand is quite fast if they can get the Haku pawn.
Hmm. Tetsuli chooses to cut the Penchan as the Haku. So yeah, I think we're gonna be seeing a pawn bring this hand to a very short end.
Yep. And it's not even just a quick hand, it is Haku Dora Aka as a dealer. Yep. 5,800, quite nice. But Ishan 10 for Toad elects not to take it. Wants to go for Tanyao instead, I guess. But would have been quite a pipe dream.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. There's Tempai for her pawn.
2 5-pin is 3 left, 2 left now. Again, but once again, what would make him drop 5-pin? An 8-man draw, I guess. Oh, but that's Senpai. Doesn't reach either.
Well,
maybe hoping for a 3-6-man.
Yeah, there's also that. I was gonna say you're probably thinking that a pawn is
each.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
whoa, the Nakabukure 5-pin. Like.
I guess he's got the Ricci 8-pin as well, yeah. Very spicy.
Oh, if he had reached into the 4-pin, I wonder if her pawn would have still discarded that 7-pin. Probably, because the 7-pin is not safe. Oh, and Petty's dead. Oh, and we've got a Tamehane. That is so unfortunate.
Nothing is going right for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Alright, deal a repeat for her pawn. Does start with an east pair. Haku pair for Toad with a Dora and 1 Aka. So
yeah,
quite nice for them.
Probably at least hoping that they can actually open and make use of the Dora this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Weeb's hand also pretty good. Chance at a 6-7-8 or 8-7-8-9 Sanshoku.
Oh,
yeah.
two deciding not to pawn.
Probably also
Probably thinking.
looking for a
Yep.
little bit more value, yeah.
Yeah, 3,900 isn't too bad. I think it was more not having a pair after he pawns. And maybe he, like, you know, he doesn't have any completed sets right now, so even if he does pawn, it is still far away. If you're playing this way, what usually ends up happening is you might end up just cutting the hakus later and having like a Reichi Pinfu Dora 2
Yeah.
kind of hand.
Yeah.
So we'll see where his hand goes.
Cheez.
Oh, it does call the 6-0.
Guess they are banking.
Wanting that haku.
Yeah, like they want the haku. Like I can't see anything else to really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
See, now you're here like, damn, why didn't I pawn that haku when it first came out?
Senpai for her pawn on 4-7.
Yep.
Which is
Pawn
one
Dora
of
1.
each. So yeah, one of each. Tondora 1, nothing to sneeze over. Does he have a haku?
Boom.
Which gets pawned.
Yeah, Pezzy drawing the 4th ton at this point is a bit unfortunate because it doesn't deal in, but doesn't feel
A bit
good to
worrisome.
Yeah, you don't want to refrow it at this point. I haven't seen none.
Oh, will that 7-so come out? Nope.
Yeah, I kind of
They are playing it very safe.
on.
Oh no!
Oh. Luckily,
Oh, and the Khan gave them some more food.
at least they didn't turn over more Dora for themselves.
I guess that is the silver lining.
That is, yeah, the silver lining exactly. But yeah, with this dealership, Hapon has moved himself up into quite a strong first place. Just on the cusp of doubling their starting points. And at this point, Tetsuli is looking at Kokushi. Or maybe a Honitsu. But
I think the former
yeah.
is more likely. They are actually two-shanten for
yeah.
13-sided Kokushi. What do they need? The
last one, so
one man, and a pair.
They're looking for the last one, so the one one's 3 left in the wall.
Oh,
Now he sees
yeah, it's
that
good
there's
that
only one
Pezzy.
left. Yeah,
It's good that Pezzy cut it out now.
there's the pair.
Alright. So 1-so 1 man. So both of them are 1 left.
Yes.
Like, I was thinking if he draws 1-so now, what's the chance that we end up dropping their 1-man pair? But I don't think there's many situations where they'll end up dropping it. In fact, there is Shanten now for Itsu, Dora.
Locked it in as a pair, so yeah. For now, at least, those are locked away. There's
Oh my god, and he drew the 5-pin.
Each.
Insta Reichi, Reichi Pinfu, Itsu, Dora 1. A sumo here would be massive to try and snatch third away.
No, all the 3 mans are dead, so you took in for the last 6, so. And that might put an end, well, at least not quite yet, but last thing you want to do is, I think, deal into last place chasing a Kokushia, which you can see only one so left.
Hmm. They are still pushing.
Question is, yeah, how much do you want to push it? Like 5 pin will go through.
Very.
Yep.
I think people always have the dream of winning Yakuman.
Have you had a Yakuman yet in the league?
No, not in like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I
not in
believe.
2 seasons, yeah.
I think if there's a chance, the risk-reward decisions go out the window.
yeah. Understandable. You can cut the Hatsu here, no shame.
Yes.
Yep.
Still looking for that last 6-0 for Weeb.
Oh, you've come this far. The 1 pin is Tsuji. There's the last one, so.
Yeah.
And you've just seen. Oh, okay.
Oh, that is brave.
So Toad should see that his Kokushi's dead here.
Yeah.
Safely fold the hand out. Well, you can still try and keep Tenpai if you can get there, I suppose, but you pushed how many Tsuji already? Yeah.
I wonder if Pezzy cut the 1-0 because they were still hoping for some chance of Tenpai.
It's possible. There's the last
Oh,
6
and there's the last 6-0.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate for Weeb, honestly.
Yeah, having a closed Itsu and not being able to win it, that hurts.
And typically, when you Richi on the 8th turn, 2 of your weights out, and you see that one person is either going for a Pinzu Honitsu or Kokshi, you wouldn't expect that there's only 1 of your weight left in the wall.
Yeah, that hurts. But he does pick up 3,000 points.
On to his last dealership now.
So, yeah, South Pair in hand, Dora in hand.
No, never mind. So not too much going on for the other players. So this is a chance for Weeb to get back some points.
Yeah, the only real threat I think is Toad Silly right now, the Chun pair, if he wants to take a cheap win. If a Chun comes.
Which is isolated in Weeb's hand. Oh, and Pezzy just drew one. Oh, but he passes the first one.
He does seem to pass those first dragons.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, definitely takes it now.
Boom.
Okay.
South, so Ishan 10 for Weeb. Ishan 10 for Toad Silly.
Tenpai for Toad.
2-5 pin. The 2's 1 left.
But the 5 is 3 left, including the occupied pin.
Yes. So not too bad of a chance here for Toad. Just trying to see if anything else has changed, but it doesn't seem like it just yet.
Weeb did manage to upgrade their hand quite a bit.
Yeah, they've changed the weights
First
up.
first the 7-pin to upgrade his Hanchan to Ramen, then the 6-so, which upgraded both the Sozu and the Manzu.
Mm-hmm.
Pezzy thinking about cheating here and taking Tenpai? Does not.
This puts
Instead, draws a 5-pin.
Yeah, they could shift the cheat toy, but that would deal in. It's a bit tricky actually for the Pezzy to get out of his hand without dealing in if he does Tenpai. I think.
Looking at this board though, the 2-5-pin is kind of worrisome.
Yeah. You just have
So
to
they might cut the 6-pin, but nah, they choose to take the wider weight. Deals into Toad's Chun only and ends Weeb's dealership.
Yeah, unfortunate. Nothing has gone well for him this game, unfortunately. And Pezzy looks to want to close his hand out. Close his game out, rather.
Yeah, double south. Dora Akatu.
Yep.
Cheez.
If they manage to hit Hapon direct, they do take first, but
No.
not quite. Oh no, because I'm thinking
16.
of 12k. Yeah, no, but
Maybe if they can con the south and get some Doras.
yeah. Meanwhile, Toads Ishan 10 for Sananko. Sananko. I thought he had a Dora. He does not have a Dora.
Boom.
Well, Ishanten with Sananko chance.
Yeah, Sananko chance. Yeah.
Oh, will they choose to take the wider weight instead? I think they should with 2 people opening now.
Yeah,
you can't be too greedy, but
they choose the grid.
they want to go for it.
Yeah, I can say with this being your dealership, 2 people open, you probably just take the wider weight. Okay, Toy, not even Toy, just Yaku, Tenpai, but no Yaku.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for Toy Toy. Well,
yeah,
I don't think they really have a choice.
they don't, no. And
That's
Tenpai
Tenpai
also
for
for Pezzy, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
It needs to get one more pair. There's the deal in there, yeah. And this ends the way it started with a Mangan on Weeb from Pezzy. That's a really upsetting game for Weeb.
Definitely. I think we've dealt in more than half the hands as Hanchan. Quite sad.
But yeah, so we end this game up. We have Hapon / ESP in first, Pezzy in second, Toadstool in third, Weeb in last place. Yeah, as we were sort of saying before this game started, they were sort of mid-table.
What's today's is? I asked the wrong person
Oh yeah.
the question.
Let me get the replay up.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
So this was the first time we actually watched one of your games.
Yeah, I didn't play much.
Yeah, how has this season 3 been so far?
I actually didn't want to play that much, so that's why I had less games. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Okay. Talk us about this game.
I don't know. Just don't deal in.
Huh?
Just don't deal in.
Just don't deal in. That's a pretty good strategy, I'd say. Just don't deal in, win some hands. and take your first place.
And make mangans. Yeah.
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 That's sort of just how it went. Your first dealership, you got a Mangan, and from there, yeah, you just didn't deal in, and points.
Won some nice hands here and there.
Yeah. Was a pretty straightforward game.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. The amount of points that sort of just shifted around the table. You know, Weeb losing points,
Yeah.
gaining points, losing points, gaining points.
I don't know. Is there something you want to ask?
Trying to think, none of your hands were.
Oh,
hmm?
I guess I do have one question. I forget which hand it was. There was one where you could have conned an 8, so when you were Ishan 10.
Oh, I think that was this one.
Was it?
Boom.
Oh yeah, that looks like.
Nah,
Nice.
it's not quite. No.
I don't know if we ended up winning the hand.
It's a small hand.
This is a small hand.
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
It was like really early on. You drew the 8, so yeah, here we are.
Yeah. So, thoughts about conning or not?
I'm only 2k, so and if I can't and everybody decides to chase Richie, I'll be in a really bad spot. So that was my line of thought.
Yep, that's like the fair argument.
Yeah.
We were talking about how if you can't, not only would you get an extra draw. You did say that your hand's only 2,000, but that means if you do can't, not only would you get the extra food, but you might hit an extra Han or two. Compared to like con at 1,000, it's kind of depressing because who cares if you hit one Doro?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm not that optimistic.
Yeah. Some people would, some people won't. So
Yeah.
I think either way is totally fine.
Yeah. No.
But otherwise, I think the rest of the hands went pretty normal. And
Yeah.
as you said, you didn't deal in, so
There's Rikyoku's here, and then you win another couple small hands here. This was the Tondoro, was it?
Cheez.
Yeah.
yes.
You
I
know,
would have not melt the 5 month and hopefully go for a bigger hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm dealer, so I just whatever.
You just take your wins and just keep rolling, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, thanks for joining us. Congratulations again on the victory. Well needed points for you and your team.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. Hope you have a good rest of the league and hope to see you again.
Okay. See you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right. We'll just. Do we have any? Oh, I think all the games are done, right?
Yes, all the games are done.
All right. We'll take a quick break then, and we'll be back once the next games start up. Is that a starting? Yeah. No. Okay. Normal time. All right. We'll be back in about 7 minutes then. Alright, welcome back. Game's just underway, so we'll be in with them shortly. In the meantime, I'll get the side panel updated. We were just looking over stats and whatnot during the break. So this table will feature, I say this, ooh, skill. Who is currently the point leader in the individual standings. We've got, no, that's not where that goes. We have AABBCZ representing the Golden Chun.
I think we'll just call them Rinchan.
Renchan sounds good to me. Then Wu Skill.
Maybe just call them SKL. That's
SKL. Okay, SKL. Yeah, okay. Who is representing Hurasan? And then representing Jan Can Run, we have LMMD, and then lastly, representing Ituanko, we have Abraham.
Go Abraham.
Ituanko. So yeah, again with the way the standings are after the first set of games, the margin for hitting the top 8 has actually shifted downwards a bit. It's now sitting at about -90. So can pretty much any team can still get there. They just get the results they need. Like, I'd be hard pressed to think of anyone being mathematically eliminated.
No, definitely not. When you can win like 60 points.
Yeah, not
Hanchan, and there's still 12, somewhere between 11 and 13 Hanchans.
Yeah.
For the rest of the teams. Definitely still chances for comebacks and massive slumps.
Mm-hmm. I always struggle to explain to people like that in a Mahjong, and they're like, you know, they ask me to come do something. I'm like, oh, I'm just finishing this game off, and they're like, oh, how long is it gonna be? And you have to be like, well, theoretically, you know, it could be hours. But
yeah, you usually just estimate.
Yeah.
I think what I do is 5 minutes per round remaining.
Yeah.
So if I'm like starting South 1, I'll say around 20 minutes. Alright, we should be hopping
Any
in
minute now,
soon.
yeah.
So we do have Golden Chun and Junkin Run in 13th and 14th respectively. So as we were just talking about, given there are 10 plus Hanchans remaining, definitely want to start somewhere. So
This would be it. A good result here would be the first step towards getting back into the competition. So we get the start of a dealership for What was the name we were going on? It was
Renchan.
Renchan, yes. Unfortunately, this hand kind of sucks.
Yeah, it did drop the south pair for some reason.
Maybe they-
SKL has one Dora, but not much else. LMD does have a pair of Hatsus and a 5-man Anko with the Aka 5-man.
Yep, couple pairs. Dora, yeah, Hatsu, yeah, it's a pretty good hand. Not bad.
And 2 Dora for Abraham. Maybe can shift towards a Tanyao or Chitoy depending on how they draw.
I would expect a Tanya shift, but again, it's really dependent on what you draw.
Yep.
At least the first couple discards seem to indicate that's the direction they might want to go, but they're also just probably the most obvious tiles to drop, so yeah. Completing that Penchan is a good step in the right direction. So Renchan has
Rinchan.
Rinchan, not Renchan, sorry. Has managed to dump all the excess honor tiles.
Yep.
They've still got a ways to go.
Boom.
Hatsupon from LMD.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to brute force a Toy because they did cut the 3-ser earlier from their pair of 4-sets.
It could be, could be. I mean, you see some pairs and you see Dianco, and yeah, I can understand why you'd be tempted.
4 pairs for Abraham now. We said Tanya or Chitoy, but what about the Tanya Chitoy?
Yeah, Tanya, Chitoy, and the 2 Dora.
Oh, now
Wow. Yeah.
Shanten for Tanya Dorje. Maybe E-Paker.
Maybe.
Ishanten for LMMD.
Boom.
Yeah. Won't be a Toy, especially not with.
Ooh, pawn here for Rinshan, choosing to break up his 1-ser
Boom.
Anko, not wanting to go for a Ricci hand, but instead Tanya Akawan. 7-ser got dropped by SKL, which Abraham pawned into
Yeesh.
Tempai for Tanya Dora 3.
And Ricci for SKL waiting on the 5-8 man.
So 8-man, 5-8-man's actually dead.
Yep. Yes, it is.
2 4-man is surprisingly 2 left.
Yeah. And with 2 other players, Tempai.
Boom.
Oh, but the 8-man got dropped by Rinshan.
Rinchan.
Dealing into Rishi Aka 1 euro for 5,200.
You register up the salt in the wound.
I think they didn't have that many save tiles against both players.
Nah, it's pretty stuck there. But hey, quick Hatsupon.
Yep, the last one was the Dora indicator, so had to take that one.
Had to take it all, or drop all of them. And now to Shanten. For Hatsu only.
Well, Ishanten.
Yes, sorry. Shanten. And as for the Dora itself, we've only got 1 so far in Abraham's hand.
That is Tempai for Rinshan. But instead drops the 8, so.
Maybe considering Toy, it's a bit far.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was thinking you would take the Tempai temporarily, and then if you draw some more Sozu, you can move towards a Hanetsu.
Yeah, that'd be the more comfortable decision, I think.
Okay, quite the wide Ishan 10 for LM, and they does drop the Chundora to maximize that Ishan 10.
So, yeah, and Abraham does drop theirs. So now SKL can choose to hold on to theirs for a pair if they so want.
Okay, Rinjan back to Tempai on the 479 so.
7...
2 4 so's
Yeah.
and 2 9 so's.
Not
But
too
could get
bad.
Toy Toy with a 5 or 6 so.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, they do still keep the Toy option. 5s are dead, so they would need the last 2 6s out of the wall. If they choose to do that. That is not quite Tempai.
No. Ishan 10.
Yep.
But does have 3 4 5 Sanchoku chance. So it's already been offered to Abraham, which he does chi. Puts him into Ishan 10 for Tanyao Akawan. Now Tempai
Tempai,
for Tanyao Akawan. Oh, but also gets demoed by Rinchan. Had to only 400, 700.
And needs to recoup a little bit of those losses.
Alright, East Street Dora is 5 so. Abraham with a pair in his hand. LMMD as the deal, it does not have too much going for him.
No. You're gonna need a little bit of help here.
Was thinking about whether maybe they might go for a Chanta, but
Yeah.
not with that one so cut. Ooh, 3 so draw for SKL was really good. Does have a Dora and an Aka, quite decent shapes, has potential value with Itsu,
Boom.
or just Pinfu.
Yep. Yep. And they've got the weights to go with it now. They do need to.
Pakupan by Rinchan, but
Yeah, no
no other
value.
value besides it.
I suppose, you know, it's... If you can manage to just grab back the points you lost, it doesn't feel too bad in the end.
Cheez.
Okay, I think SKL here gives up on the Itsu. Yep.
Yeah.
Ishan 10 for...
Boom.
Well, depends what he draws.
Now Tempai.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a good draw.
Cheez.
Yeah, Tempai for Rinchan winning on the 5-8 mon, but 3 mon draw from SKL immediately puts them into Tempai for Richi Pinfu, Dora Aka, Akame, Ipeiko on the San mon.
Yeah, now AVC. Oh, Rinchan. Rinchan?
Yes.
God damn it. Yeah, with the free calls, you're a bit stuck. You're either gonna draw or deal in, win or deal in. Most likely.
Abraham might be in quite a hard position if his hand develops,
Yeah.
but 5 mon draw from SKL deals into Rinchan Paku only.
And we are in East 4, just like that. Because because of the way the hand's gone, the points are still really even for now. So
Yeah,
we've got...
just... Yep.
Sorry, go on.
No, just a 5,200 deal in from Rinchan, but then he won 2 smallish hands.
Yeah.
Bring it back to about even.
I was gonna say, we have the East Dora here.
Yeah, 1 in each of Abraham and SKL's hand at the moment.
Abraham manages to draw the second one for their hand would be really good.
Yeah, so they did have the option to drop it there to maximize his efficiency, but it would be the biggest backfire to draw it.
Yeah.
That's like a free Mangan if you can pair up the Ton.
Mm-hmm.
But SKL does drop their Tondora.
Just in time.
Oh, and just in time.
Yeah.
As Abraham pairs it up. Here's Ishanten for Cheetoy. But their hand really could go in a lot of different ways depending on how they want to play it. Could move towards a Honitsu.
I would really love to see a Hanitsu here.
Oh, but Tempai's. So I think you should Dharma for now and look for something better. Which he does.
So he's waiting on the San, so we have one left in the wall.
Oh,
yeah.
that is awkward. Alright. So he gives up on the Cheetoy.
I don't mind this. Don't mind this at all.
I think he had polls turned off because the Tuso that came out from Rinchan just went through.
Yeah, it went through, yeah.
And then I think he immediately realized and turned it on, managed to get the Tuso back. So it's now, oh my god! Was Ishanten for Hanitsu Toy Double Tondora 3, but is now Tempai on the Hatsu 9-so Shampan. 9-sos are pretty locked in SKL's hand.
Yeah. Niggas
Oh, never mind. I lied.
Well, that...
Yeah.
We were talking during the break about how SKL had a really low deal-in rate. I guess that is just one deal-in, but it's a big one.
Yeah. Skyrocketing his average deal-in points.
Yeah, well, dealer Baimon there for Abraham puts him into a nice lead here.
Yeah, you know, when we saw that hand at the very start, we were saying how he could have dropped the Ton for max efficiency, but that would have just been Hatsu only. He did manage to draw like a god.
Yeah.
Managed to upgrade his hand to that Baimon.
And exactly like you were saying, if he had dropped that Ton, it would have backfired very quickly.
Yes.
You'd hate to see that. But, so yeah, anyway, moving to this hand. 7-so Dora.
Ishanten for SKL for Hatsu Dora Aka.
Not a bad hand to try and get some of the points back. And it's a nice pickup for ABC as well, or Rinchan.
Yeah, put them into Ishanten. Maybe they can upgrade to a 789 Sanshoku. But, you know, Reichi Dora 1 isn't the worst.
No.
That is 10 pi for SKL, weighing on a 5-8, so which there is 5 left in the wall.
So what could happen here? Abraham is currently... Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, it could come out immediately for LMD, who was going for some sort of toy, I think.
Oh yeah, looks like it. So, yep, into South round it. Another 7-so Dora. Chun pair for LMD. 7 Binanko for SKL.
Yeah, though, you wouldn't really look at that as a
not really. Not really.
Alright, Chin does get pawned by LMD. And a Shah.
Shah, yep.
Is there a way they go for Hanitsu? If they draw 7 man, they definitely would.
I think so, yeah.
I wonder what about here? And they choose to break up their Ishanten.
I don't hate that, but yeah, if you draw a 7, so you're kind of kicking yourself a little bit, but...
does want that Mangan, I guess.
Yeah. If you have any aspirations of catching first, you want to do it as quickly as possible.
Ishan 10 for Rinshan for Pinfu Dora Aka. Nice 4-man draw for LMMD. Puts them back into Ishan 10. It's time for Hanitsu Chun Cha.
Yep. And,
So will FKL call the 6-pin and go for Chinitsu? He will.
Yes. That will be a yes. And we will be seeing Pinzu tiles come out from the players, I think. That 2-pin's very loose in Abraham's hand. Any 2-pin will be coming out from LMD. Sorry, any Pinzu rather.
Oh, that's another Chi. And that's Tempai for LMMD, waiting on the Kanchan 8-man. Though there is 3 out already in the discards, and the last one is locked tightly in Abraham's hand. I guess, unless he draws a 5-man, it might come out.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Ishan 10 for SKL. They do pawn the 7-pin now, putting them to Tempai. For the Kanchan 4-pin, which is also 3 cut already, but the last one is in the wall somewhere.
So there's that 5-man for Abraham.
Sumo.
Okay,
Yeah.
well.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, LMMD did pick up a 7-man to pick up Toy Toy along with their Hanetsu Chun Cha, but SKL did manage to draw that last 4-pin and sumo a Chinitsu Aka 1. So very nice for them.
Yeah, not too bad. And Abraham here can immediately go for a Honitsu.
Wow. With the West and Hatsu pairs of value.
Yep. Potential south, but I mean, yeah. We'd have to draw like a god once again.
One is already out.
Yeah, one is
They probably
already
will get the 8-so from LMMD at some point.
Yeah.
Ooh, does get the Hatsu from SKL there.
Choosing to cut the south there.
Yeah. I think that's the best choice because if you cheat the 7-so, you will be Tempai.
Yep.
Home.
8-so pawn.
Each.
A Tempai for Rinshan, waiting on the Kanchan 3-man, which is dead,
For now.
but
Yeah, it could come out from LMMD very easily.
yeah. Not if they draw into Tempai, but if they draw some other tiles that might end up being pairs, they might drop the 3-man. Once they're offered to Abraham, if they want to Tanki. What do you think about this, Edgy?
Chi.
I'm not a big fan of the Tonki weight. Unless I'm going for funsies.
I don't think it's the worst idea because he doesn't have that many tiles to defend with, and
Yeah.
it is Tempai, and there weren't many tiles that were going to give him like a good weight or anything. That much better than the Tanki, so.
I think the real issue is everyone knows you're going for a Honitsu here. Well, they can assume it anyway. And you've chosen to wait on a 6, so...
I think it's more just betting that either you or Rinchan.
Yeah, I
Draws
suppose
it.
so.
So assuming nothing goes wrong, they should go to Ryukaku. Hatsukin can't. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I don't think.
But exciting.
It is very exciting, but do we choose to swap?
So 6-0 could deal into a 7-8-0 weight, but the 4-0 is a Nakatsuchi.
Yeah. I think you trust the Nakatsuchi.
Yeah.
LMMD.
I think he gave up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. They had any real good or real better option, but yeah.
Well, actually, they could have been Tenpai if they kept the 3-pin and 2-pin, but would have to shove either the 5 or 6-0.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were sort of trying to weigh up.
So it goes to Ryukaku with Abraham and Rinchan and Tenpai. On to South 3, 6-pin Dora.
Twin pair for Adila.
Mhm.
And they also have a hand that they could. No, they will probably take to Honitsu.
Yep, which it looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Nice free soul pickup for Rinchan.
Oh, they are totally getting that Chun very soon.
Yeah.
Maybe after the 9-man from SKL.
Yeah, and
8-man draw was real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Home.
Oh. Next pawn from Abraham. Either Honitsu as well, or Asuzuke on the Haku, which is one cut.
Yeah, I assume they're trying to take this to Honitsu.
Home.
But you also you do have the out of just taking the Haku.
Cheez. Home.
Meanwhile, Rinchan, Ishan 10, Abraham gets a Tenpai on the 2-5. So, for Yakunashi, actually. And SKL
Is
Is-
Shantan.
Ishanten, yeah. There's the 5 so, but Abraham does have no Yaku.
But dropping that Aka 5-so into the dealer, who is
Yeah, it's
looking like they're going for Sozo Honitsu, is kind of scary.
a little bit spicy.
I think 7-pin here for Rinchan would be the best
Yeah, I think so.
discard.
You see 3 of the 9 pins. And I mean only one of the 6 pins, but yeah.
Ooh, quite the nice upgrade there for SKL. Now waiting on like 1 through 7-pin and 1 through 8-man, I think.
Each.
That's Senpai. Waiting on the 1-4-7-pin for Richi, Pinfu, Dora, Aka.
Yes.
So 1 pin is 1 left, 4 pin is 1 left, and 7 pin is 2 left.
Not too bad, all things considered.
Yeah, actually, really good this late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice hand for them, provided they can avoid the 1 pin as well.
Yeah. 4 and 7 pins will immediately be a Hanuman if they can sumo. Oh, Abraham can actually pick up Yaki now if they want, but the Forcer isn't necessarily safe. So will they just drop the Hakus instead? Nope, they take Tenpai.
The Tenpai with a Yaku available.
Ooh, and Tenpai for LMMD.
And
Oh,
Abraham's
7
dead.
pin gets drawn and dropped by Abraham. Dealing into the Ricci, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora Aka. Uro would be massive. Oh, he hits Uro too! And that is a massive swing, putting SKL within 3,300 points at first.
It's all to play for in South 4. So between the Abraham and SKL's hand feels a bit faster, but they do have some shapes to fill. Compared to Abraham's hand, they've also got the shapes to fill. Oh, that's a nice 5-so for them though.
Yep. Oh, that's a nice 6 pin.
Yeah, it's a closed pay code there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, not closed pay code, but guaranteed is what I meant to say.
That's Ishan 10 for SKL.
Yep. He has a Dora. Depending on how they want to actually proceed, they could even wind up trying for it to. It feels a bit overkill though.
Ishan 10 for Abraham.
Yeah.
Can call for Tempa.
Yep. And I would.
Like now?
Yeah.
Yep. Waiting on the Kanchan 3-mon. 2 in
1
SKL's hand. Oh, but they get Tenpai. Reaching on the 5-8, so for Ricci Pinfu Dora 1, which is enough to overtake Abraham.
Yep. Who does break their Tenpai.
Oh.
Sumo.
Rinchan pushing, but a sumo from SKL with Ricci, Sumo, Pinfu, Dora, no Ura, but is enough for first place.
It's enough for first, so points leader wins once again, despite dealing direct into Baiman.
Climbing from the depths of hell.
Yeah, nice tidy 56 points for them. Well appreciated points for Urasan. I imagine so anyway.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring up the spreadsheet, but my entire computer is
I will
lagging.
try and bring up.
Yeah.
See if we can get an interview. Yeah, I was just also needing to put the points in.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right, welcome SKL.
Hello.
Congrats on your first
Congratulations.
place.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was the game?
I believe I got extremely lucky to get first place from there. Did not expect that.
Yeah. So talk us through. Obviously, there was that dealer by man
Yeah,
that you dealt into.
that did
Happened.
happen. In hindsight, maybe it was kind of an obvious Honeysa that I should have watched out for.
Yeah, but maybe you wouldn't expect it to be a buyman, considering you had already discarded an East Dora at the
Yeah.
very start.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because that passed without anyone thinking on it. I think.
Yes.
So I thought all the Easts were out, or someone just didn't troll them. But I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, at that point they only had one in their hand. They drew the second one right after you tossed it, so you threw the East at the right time, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. No, that hand was a heartbreaker. But then
you slowly made the climb back, I think.
Yeah.
The first one was a sumo.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was the
Cheez.
oh, this is the really
Jinitsu, yeah.
this hand shouldn't have got there. I don't think.
Well,
How I
let's-
got pin, yeah.
well, we can go back to when you first made the decision to call. So,
It was,
like, what was your thought process on that 6-pin? Because we saw that you spent a bit of time
Yeah.
on this decision.
This was probably a tilt call more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I should call here. Yeah.
Okay, it's not necessarily the worst idea to go for the
Yeah.
Chinitsu.
Yeah. No, I think I just thought that I need a big hand to get back. Chinitsu is probably the most obvious big hand.
Yeah,
I do have Dora too. So I don't know.
yeah, but all your shapes aren't that great.
No, they're not.
So yeah, you did call, and then you did get to the Kanchan 4-pin weight, and you saw 3 of them already out. So
Yeah.
you must have been really happy when you drew that last one.
Cheez.
That was an insane draw. I got very lucky there.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just got forced, you know, you drew
Boom.
the 5 and then the 7 comes straight away, so you kind of just got forced into this 10 plan, you just...
Drew
Yes.
it immediately as
Just
well.
ripped it out. Yeah.
But yeah, that was exactly what you needed to put yourself back into the game at the very least, and then...
Yeah, and then the 12k run from first place was
Oh, that's
maybe the biggest thing, you know. Winning this hand in general would have probably given you quite a nice second that you probably wouldn't have lost. But
Cheez.
being able to direct hit first here and hit, well, at least one Uro was fine for that Hanuman.
Yeah, you got there too.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
made it so you only needed 3,000 or something points in the last hand.
Nope.
Which is exactly what you got.
Yeah, you managed to get the hand that worked for it,
Cheez.
and yeah.
Yeah, it just worked out. I just ripped the 7-pin this hand as well off the top, and it was free.
Sumo.
Yeah, all the stars seem to align.
Yeah, I don't know. This league has been insane for me. I think I'm much more lucky than I ought to. But yeah.
That's all you need.
That's it.
2 more weeks. I'll try my best to continue the luck into the future.
All right, congratulations.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thanks, you have a good day. Or night
too.
or whatever, yeah. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
All right.
All right. So we do have. It looks like one game still going. We want to jump into that.
Yeah, I have a yep.
Okay. So this was the one that started a little bit late, I think. Oh no, it
Cheez.
started on time. No, so it's just
No, they just had a really long hunch.
yeah, it's just going long. So
Alright, so let's summarize everything. We are in South 1 with Elton Pie as the dealer. We have a Ricci from Grills waiting on the Chun 1 pin. The Chuns are locked in Tanya 1K's hand, but there is still one pin left.
El Tenpai on a free pin for Chitoy. Dora.
Chitoy Tanya Dora 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4. But
With
yeah,
the
there's
free
3
pins
pins are
ahead.
locked away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this one will go to Rikyoku. So yeah, just for those who don't have a table to place in front of him, Gwills is leading this game, and he is playing for Tile Dreaming, who I believe should still be. Oh no, they're 9 points behind AU and SW Wanderers. Junk and Sumo are battling to stay in the top 8. And they're being represented in this game here by Lord Tenpai, El Tenpai. Tanya 1K playing for Tanya Sensation, who are also in 5th place. And then here we got Warmest Rain, who is with Itchy Richie Fingers, who are just out of the top 8, based on how the league's going. They're at negative 95, but first is at negative, 8 is at negative 87, so they have a bit of work to do, but I mean, as we saw in the last game, they can come back from these kinds of deficits.
Yeah, just off 1, so everyone still has a dealership to make their comeback. El Tenpai with quite the decent hand here. Hanyao, like, all but guaranteed. Chun pair for builds, which gets dropped by Tanya 1K and does get pawned away. Putting them into Ishan 10 for Chun only at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, you're in first. You're happy to just move the dealership on.
Yep, especially second place's dealership.
Exactly.
9, so draw for Warm Rain, puts them into Ishan 10. Does cut the Arca 5 on because the 2 Mons already Fedora, so
Gee,
they would
yeah.
have to drop one either way.
Yeah, and this is the best one to drop. I was just going to say, I think you're going to see this come out either very shortly or right now for them.
The only backfire is like a 6 Mon where you might drop the 5-6 pin instead and keep both doors, but that 5 Mon might become more dangerous as time moved on.
Yeah. Nah, I think it's the correct decision just to move it on now.
Sumo.
Oh, and it's a from Quills.
Yep. Shouldn't only, but yeah, again, moves the hand on, keeps the dealership out of second place. Quill's hand is kind of bad, but we'll see what he wants to do with it.
Wait, did you say Quill's hand is kind of bad?
Well, I mean, it's good and bad. It's like, you know.
Well, I think it's good in the sense that you have a direction
Yeah,
to build some value from.
you do have the direction to go. It's just sort of, you look at this and you're like, sometimes. You know, he'd much rather have some sort of a hand where you can just take another cheap win here and just, you know, really
Yeah.
just close the game out. Like, his team doesn't need more points at this stage. Of course, you could just get a Daisangan, but
Just win more points.
yeah. In the meanwhile, Tanyao 1K, who is with the dealership, quite close to a Ricci. They will have to drop the east, which I assume will probably be pawned by Gwills.
Choosing not to maximize their Ishan 10, instead keeping that east.
Yeah. Gwills could have had,
Yeah. Yeah.
Overshare.
Didn't commit by discarding the 8 pin.
I guess
We
no.
see Warm Rain also Ishan 10,
Yeah.
and both Warm Rain and Grills holding a pair of the Hakus.
Yes, unfortunately, there will be no Daisanga in this game,
Yeet.
or this hand at least.
Yeah, we did see a small backfire for Tanya 1K by keeping that extra tile because they couldn't have the 258 pin 3-sided weight because they dropped their 4-man pair.
Yeah.
Cheez.
I guess they were trying to hold on to it for a save tile, but
Oh,
so yeah.
okay. So that Trotriso is totally coming out. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now.
yeah. Deals Dorichi only. 1 Ura. For 2,600.
It'll be great news for Gwills. Just widening that lead, which gives them that little bit more breathing space.
Yep. No one has any of the Dora at the
Yeah, I
moment.
was just
and,
checking. Yeah, there's...
Warm Rain's the only one who could really use it.
Yeah, immediately. I imagine if anyone draws one, they'll hold on to it for a bit, but everyone's hands is kind of just set right now. You can really visualize where their hands will be going.
Yeah, Ishan 10 for Warm Rain with 4 of 2 mans to fill the Kanchan.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's even better.
upgrades.
And
And that's Templar.
Yep.
Beach.
Richi Pinfu Aka.
On the 360, which is just getting hoovered up by everybody immediately.
Yeah, but might get discarded by Tanya 1K if they draw around the 4 man.
Hmm. Here's your
Oh,
chance to drop it.
This is quite the big Ishan 10
Yeah.
for Tanya 1K. I think all the Sozu from 1 to 9 and 5, 6, 7, 8 pin. Ooh, also draw for Gwills. Will they elect to push their hand?
Kind of.
Yeah, so they kind of by dropping that 9 pin. Oh, but
Yeah.
that 2-man draw probably stops everything in its tracks.
Yeah. He has no real need to push here. So, El Tempai has picked up a pair of the Dora.
Yep, it is still 2 Shan 10.
Yeah.
That is Tenpai for Tanya 1K. That's Ricci. It's just Ricci only.
Richie only.
At 8 pin. So 1 8-pin and 3
Two
5-pins,
or three?
including the Arca for Tanya 1K. No 3-sos and no 6-sos. Oh,
Wrong.
and he draws the Arca 5-pin instead.
No Ura, thankfully.
Luckily, no Ura, and the base was just Ricci only.
Yep.
So for drawing the Arca 5-pin and dealing into a Ricci, that's the best you're gonna hope for.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, last year. So Gwill's still with a 12k lead. So pretty safe for them. They just want to end this game out quietly. Second and third are within 4,000 points of each other, basically. 4.3k, so still definitely stuff to play for them, and of course Warmest Rain can just win over and over again. They have an East pair, they've picked up a Dora. Not too far from Tempai already.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice draw.
Here's Ishanten.
Home.
So yeah,
Chun
imagine...
gets
Yeah.
Chun gets dropped by Gwills and pawned by Tanya 1K is Ishanten for Chun Dora when they get it, and an Aka.
Yeah. I imagine... Yeah, I imagine they're gonna hold on to that shape for the Dora, for their Tempai as well, unless something else happens, but...
4-pin draw for El Tempai did put them
Cheez.
Ishanten for Kutsuki on 4-mana 8-so if they wanted, but I think they were eyeing both that 8-so Dora and the Sanshoku chance that. I think they're just gunning for that.
Yeah, it's understandable. So we
Cheez.
can, take that for Tempai. And there is a chance it does come out from El Tempai. Especially with the very recent 8-so drop by Gwills.
Yeah, the argument for banking on the shape around the 8-so is that you do give yourself the chance for first. The negative for doing so is that Tanya 1K has a higher chance of winning and overtaking your second place.
Home.
Okay, Tempai, 4 Warmest Rain on the Sanmanchan 2-5. No, that's not Sanmanchan. There it is.
4-7 so.
No, 4-7 so.
Ooh, 8-so Dora gets drawn by Gwills, who holds on to it for now.
Could choose to change the weight, but does not. No real reason to.
Oh, and the 8-so does get dropped by El Tempai, dealing into Chun Dora Aka.
Which does get them the second place. So yeah, Gwill's managing to bring that Hanchan to a close. Much appreciated points for his team. In fact, you can see this. I'll bring the standings up. You can see how this has all affected that. So yeah, Tile Dreaming now back into first with a 50-point gap over ANU and SW Wanderers.
The rich get richer.
The rich do get richer in this league so far. Blanking on names all of a sudden. Tanya 1K nice second place points for his team. Keeps him nice and solid in the middle of the top 8. But with the way that the league sort of progressed up into this point, with that negative 93 to get into the top 8, a bunch of teams still with very close points. And then, I mean, again, the bottom 2, Jion, Chun, Jun, and Run, they are a bit far, but it's not all over yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks for joining us here again tonight.
No worries. I assume tomorrow it'll be back to Jay.
Should be Jay tomorrow, and then next week might be different depending on what happens. We're still trying to sort that out.
And just for any viewers who don't know, from this week onwards, our Sunday matches will be 3 Hanchans long. So just that extra hour per stream on Sundays.
Yes. Till the end of the league, and then playoffs will be back to different. I imagine. Yes.
We're back to normal.
Back to normal, rather. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day or night. We'll be back here again, same time tomorrow with Jay. And